This video is not intended to blog the events transpiring in Dallas, Texas, nor shall this video be used to incriminate any mentioned party. This is a digital article that puts things into perspective. This is to be used only for entertainment purposes. When you look at Dallas rap, for the longest it was mostly represented by party music and dance music, but the current generation has quickly changed that narrative. If you dig deep into the archives of hip-hop, names like the D.O.C., Big Tuck, Mr. Lucci, Dero, Mr. Pookie, and even Vanilla Ice come to mind. But if you aren't from Texas, then some of those names fall on deaf ears. To create a viable economy in hip-hop, there has to be a thriving underground rap scene, a place where talent is manufactured to a certain degree, to develop them for the mainstream. And from the outside looking in, Dallas hasn't had that until now. And this generation began writing history. Unfortunately, bloodshed has played a part in it. And the foundation that is being laid, similar to Houston's success in the 90s, it laid the foundation for the current culture that the city has. Of course, Dallas and Houston cultures are vastly different, but the death of Fat Pat was a major blow to Houston's rap scene. Fat Pat was a promising star on a record label that was getting hotter and hotter, it seems like, after every album release. Big Steve died from gun violence, and Big Hawk was also a prominent star in Houston that died to the hands of a gun. DJ Screw, Big Mo, and Pimp C died as well from other causes. But I always say that for Houston to have the history that it has today, those things had to occur, unfortunately. Those names forever will be synonymous with Houston's rap scene and underground. Dallas's music scene is writing its own history, whether it be the kind that we want to hear that celebrate success of Dallas stars rise to the spotlight like Yella Beezy, or the kind that make you hang your head and wish that the things could have turned out different, like rising Dallas comedian Roy Lee getting shot in his leg and later dying from his injuries. Or the same year Yella Beezy being shot 3 times after his car was hit up over a dozen times while he was on the highway and crashed his G-Wagon. And this year, 2020, buzzing and promising Dallas rapper Mo 3 was killed being shot on the highway in broad daylight after he got out of his car and was hunted down. And that same week in Dallas, Lil Boosie was shot in his leg. Yeah, these are events that we are fully aware of and draw our own conclusions as for why and who, etc., etc. But that's not what this article is about. To me, the death of Mo 3 reminds me of the death of Fat Pat, and this era reminds me of Houston's golden era. I know there will only be one Fat Pat, but for Dallas, there will only ever be one Mo 3. Although they had 2 completely different personalities, their deaths came at a time where success seemed right around the corner, making several appearances on the Billboard charts with a full head of steam. The death of Mo 3 will forever be linked with the Dallas rap scene. He played a part in building the underground for Dallas. The events surrounding his life and death has created a platform for entertainment for not only music in that area, but for media and blogs as well. The ugly truth is, we watched this play out right before our eyes over the past 3 years. We watched the foundation be laid. We watched the beefs. While some encouraged it, others got lost in the realm of entertainment, taking it as only that, and were naive to the facts. During that span, Dallas has made national news repeatedly for good and bad reasons. They have had breakout successes to shine a light on the city, and that's what they did with it. Nevertheless, it's history. And now, Dallas finally has its own hip-hop culture. And they no longer have to stand in the shadow of Houston. This is Hype South with Child Time TV. Until next time, peace.